Feeler Beckindi, Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. I think it's over here. Boom, boom, boom. To be notified when new videos drop. And I've been listening to Big Finish. I listen to lots and lots of Big Finish. So I review lots and lots of Big Finish. And this time I'm listening to the Diary of River Song Series 6. And this is the best release of the month, in my opinion, for August. And I think it's the best River Song release as well. This one, they've been doing something reasonably interesting with all the other series. They spent a series going with each one of the classic Doctors. So series 1, you had Paul McGann in it. Then they went back and you had series 2, it was Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker. Then series 3 was Peter Davison, and then series 4 was Tom Baker. And then they're all dead. So what are they going to do? So then they did a really good series with the Master. But this is, I think, is the series, the best series that they've done thus far, because what they're doing is she's dropping in on classic pieces of Doctor Who, on classic stories, and overall, I mean, all the stories I think work pretty darn well. So the first story is called An Unearthly Woman, and has River Song hanging around Totter's Lane right before An Unearthly Child. And there's a lot of real cute things they do with it. She's disguised as a policewoman at the beginning, which I really enjoyed, because I really like this as well with the 50th anniversary, how they tie that into that being the first image of the first story. And she has a little mini adventure with Susan, Ian, and Barbara, all played by the David Bradley first Doctor team. David Bradley played the first Doctor in Twice Upon a Time, which a lot of people don't like. I really enjoyed that. In general, I think that Capaldi's last year was fantastic, and I really loved pretty much all of it. But anyway, so my only problem I had with this story was that Claudia Grant, who plays Susan, it is a problem I had with all these first Doctor sets, is I find she's just a little bit too posh. Other than that, it's a really engaging story, and there's a nice little cameo at the end of Dave Bradley as the first Doctor. So we have River Song now has met the first Doctor as well. The second story takes place during Web of Fear. And as an aside, why don't we have a Web of Fear Blu-ray or DVD release where they animate those? That was it. One missing episode or two missing? Like, why? It's a one episode or two episodes. Just do it. Yeah, and if we're going to animate episodes, I'm going off on a tangent. Please do the Crusade. That's my all-time favourite story. I really would love to see. Anyway, but that's aside. This takes place during the Web of Fear. Another great little story. There's a piece of art that goes missing within the Web of Fear, and River Song is hired to go and get it before it vanishes. So again, this is another great, really engaging story. It's kind of fun. So this I found the entire River Song, this whole series, to be really quite fun. But this was really the most fun series out of the set. So the only thing that's really weird about it is they have Captain Knight in it, who's a character in Web of Fear, and for some reason they have him being played by the same actor. Now, in like 60, it'll be, 67? It'll be 67, 68? How many years ago was that? I can't even think. 30, 40 years, that's like, what, 50 years ago? Yeah, it was around 50 years ago. He sounded like he was a young man in his, I say young man, he sounded like a man in his 30s. Now he sounds like a much older man, because he's a much older man. I just found this look, it's nice to have him in, but it didn't really work having him play the same character, because he just sounds so much older now. Yeah, and I didn't really mind it when they were doing the Blake Seven series, box set series, and they had Gareth Thomas had noticeably aged. You know, his voice was just much older. But it was Gareth Thomas, and it was the right. So I was fine with it. This one they just really should have recast. And the weird thing is, they did recast a lot of roles in, well, obviously in the first series, the first story with the unearthly woman, because you had Claudia Grant and I can't remember who, Jamie Glover and Gemma Powell playing Barbara and Ian and Susan. Yeah, and they recast quite liberally in the final, but I think in all of the final story as well. So it just seems it would have worked better recast. I know it was nice to have him in, but that point really didn't work, and it was a leap of not a leap of faith. Yeah, just a leap you had to make to get through to accept the fiction of it. It's a leap of fiction that you had to make. The third story is the most fun. It takes place during Carnival of Monsters, where it turns out there was a whole bunch of people in the recycle bin that the Third Doctor forgot about, and it's great. It's got Ogrons in it and Sontarans, and it also had a nice little cameo with River Song meeting the Third Doctor, as played by Tim Trelaw. Who's their third Doctor box sets are fantastic. Always one of my favorites. And then the final story in the series is called The Talents of Griel, which takes place prior to the Talons of Wen Chiang and co-stars Christopher Benjamin. Oh boy, what a great pairing! River Song and Christopher Benjamin really, really, really works. Honestly, I'd like to see Christopher Benjamin come on as a companion to another Doctor. I think he'd work with pretty much any Doctor. There was one with Jago and there were two with Jago and Lightfoot with the Sixth Doctor. I think Jago now, unfortunately, Lightfoot. I can't remember the person who played Lightfoot, passed away. They can't do any more Jago Lightfoot. But Christopher Benjamin is fantastic, and still his voice hasn't changed at all. So I would really like to see some more of him, especially with. I mean, I said it after Jago and Lightfoot. Well, after he's experienced some, infernal strange things. But yeah, just in general, this has been a bit of a disappointing month of Big Finish August. The Time War box set, as I said, I wasn't so keen on. The monthly adventures was again disappointing. It was a Dalek story. Really excited for it. It was okay, but it was nowhere near as good as the story the month before. Memoirs of a Tyrant. Really, really, really strong little story that I do recommend it. And I recommend this. I recommend this box set. Please go out and buy it. Get the download. That's what I do. And there's one more, but they haven't released what the flavour of River Song will be on the next one. I'm glad I bought this one. I pre-order a lot of stuff because I want to support Big Finish, and it's always a bit of a crapshoot. You never know. You never know what direction they're going to go. But a great example. I bought the current season of Blake 7. And Paul Darrow, who played the main actor, passed away before he could record the last box set. So I have no idea how they're going to pull that together. But it's always a bit of a crapshoot pre-ordering. I am so glad I pre-ordered this one. Go out and buy it now. I really liked it. It's a great set. Well done, Big Finish. And looking forward to some more. My name is Sheila Beck, and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And always ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.